Okay, the camera shut down on me. So I was just saying that on the last video I was doing, I was predicting that we were gonna see um, about 20 trails per every 5 minutes, and it ends up being right now at this time in the morning. It's about 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. over Massachusetts, and it turns out to be about 20 every, about 20 every 20 minutes. It's not 20 per 5 minutes, but they're all over the fucking place. And my whole big thing is that nobody looks. I mean, you got the auditors out there right now. Um, every auditor, I mean, it's so sad watching these auditors. It really is. Just the general public even getting shit on video of how tyrannic we become. And I don't blame the police. I'm not blaming the cops. I'm not even blaming government. It's us. It's us. I figured that out a couple of years ago. Who is actually the problem here? And it's us. All we have to do is go look at the true creator, go see it for ourselves, go see the false creator slash creator, understand them, appreciate that we've been lying to ourselves and each other for thousands of years, probably about absolutely everything, and everyone thinks that that's a big deal, and that's too hard to get over. And that's the whole fucking problem, man, is that it's us. It's the 7.8 billion zombie slaves who continue to live like this and live among all the lies rather than just going and seeing things for ourselves. So here we have more trails. Feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast is what we're extracting from these trails. Now, it's obviously humans that dump this shit all over our heads, but you can still extract the true creator's imagery from these trails. And these trails within a short time will turn into what you call clouds, and then you can also extract the true creator's imagery from those clouds. You'll understand that the true creator's work is all one. It's all one. The true creator sees everything as one. True creator don't see it as clouds, trees, humans, all that kind of shit. Oh, here comes my buddy. Here comes my barking buddy. So what I'm doing is I'm going, just running my camera up and down these trails to show you feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast over and over from the veil to the ground. And I can barely see in the camera because there's a lot of glare, but I know I'm getting it. So when I remaster these videos, I can show it to you. I can crop the images out and show you feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast. Here's a low flying one. It doesn't look like a Mineral Street jet, but it's flying like one. It's flying at the speed of one. I don't know what the hell that thing is. No, it's definitely not a Mineral Street jet. It's different. I don't even know if I got it on camera, but I'm trying to get in on them. Yeah, it's at the right speed and the right height, but it just doesn't look like a Mineral Street jet. I don't know what the hell that thing is. I think he's got a flat tire the way he's flying. Anyways, sounds like a Mineral Street jet too. I mean, it's funny when people will point stuff like that out, right? He's right there going behind the tree. But we'll point shit like this out over the years and say, well, gee, well, why is that one jet there or these 20 jets that here and there? Why are they not spewing out a bunch of spew out the back end of their fucking jet, right? You know, nobody has the answers for these things. They just fucking go along with everything. It's unbelievable. All right, I gotta keep packing up here for some. Do some shit. Let's see. Try to aim this thing at something. There's more trails all around me, actually. I mean, they're everywhere. I mean, if you look around in the background, in the distance, and everything, you'll see them. They're everywhere. Like I said, it seems to be about um, 20, one jet per minute, right? So it's 20 jets per every 20 minutes at this time of the morning. time I take my hand away from my face and allow the light to come in, oh my God, it's killing my eyes. Let's try right there, I guess. Let's leave it there for a minute. Or you go up here. Pause? It does. So I'm just doing some monitoring of the mineral streets. They're dousing us pretty good. I've been watching them this morning, and so far seems to be about 20 trails per every 20 minutes. It wasn't as it's not doesn't seem to be as heavy as I expected it to be. I thought it was going to be 20 trails every 5 minutes. Um, because then what you could do is if you see that it's 20 per every 5 minutes or 20 per every 20 minutes, it still makes it nice so that you can do the math. You don't have to stay out there all fucking day. You just get a general feel for how heavy the mineral streets are going to be, right? And then once you can do it a half hour here, half hour there, and get a count, and then you can leave it alone till the afternoon, and then go ahead and do another count just to make sure that, and find out if it's increasing or decreasing, that kind of thing. You can also put together. I'm gonna fucking do this today too. I think you can also put together other information out of that, such as finding out where they're claiming the storms are going to be, what kind of weather they're going to be predicting for you, and putting on your local news. Hurricanes, tornadoes, rain, snow, cold, hot, whatever. You'll figure it all out, and by watching the trails you'll be able to determine that before they even tell you, before you even know. You can see which way the current is running, right? You'll see when they're dumping the trails out, which way is the current going on every day, in what direction, northeast, southwest, whatever, you know. Um, and let's see, I do have some above my head, so I can put them right here while I'm talking about nothing. Get this one. I'm probably on it. Again, there's a lot of glare on my camera today. I did bring an EMNC box with me, but I brought that in case this other dude, I can get him to do some work for me. So it still seems to be, anyways, we're reaching 10:30 now. It still seems to be about the same, 20, 20 trails per every 20 minutes. And I'm actually going to go across the street here with a couple filters and look at something. So I'm going to take with me, I know what I'm going for is the color red. So my filters are fucking dirty as hell, man. So I'm going to bring the gray, the green, and the blue, I guess. So I'm just clipping a couple of filters to my coat. So I'll have them with me when I get over there. I really need a coffee too, but whatever. Maybe I'll pause this for a minute. This place is dead today. It's fucking weird to see the parking lot empty. As you can see, trailing the shit out of us. 20 trails per every 20 minutes. Added up, 24-hour day. At night, during around the full moon, leading up to the full moon and away from the full moon. Okay, let me back this out a little. There we go. Oh boy. Oh boy. So I've never come up to this thing actually. I've never come right up to it. So I'm just examining it while you are. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to digitally collect the electromagnetic nanocarbon from this chunk of steel. And you know what this chunk of steel they tell us it's from, right? You know what this is supposed to be, right? Okay, so what I'm going to go for now that I'm looking at it, you see the rusty area on the side there? I'll try to get on. I don't think I can get in the back without getting penalized for it. But see that rusty area? That's what I want. I don't really want to collect from. I want the least amount of human influence in this as I can possibly get. So you can see that this thing is clear coated. I don't know if you can see actually or not, but it's got a clear coating on it to stop it from rusting any further than it already has. There's also a rusty piece of metal, this thing here, that I could also extract from as well, it looks like. That's all supposed to be part of it. Now, anybody that knows about this bullshit story, anybody ever heard of this bullshit story before? I don't know if anyone's ever heard about this or not. I doubt it. Um, but there's another building in here that also came down that didn't even get hit. There's all kinds of conspiracy questions, JFK type shit that's not going to get anybody anywhere. So I would just say don't even bother. The hoaxes are the hoaxes, and you're never going to get to the bottom of them. That's the point of a good hoax. And it's not even a good hoax. This hoax was so ridiculous, so fucking stupid, that nobody ever should have believed in it at all. No one should have believed in it because it was so ridiculous. None of it made any sense. None of it worked out the way they claimed it did. None of it. None of it. The math, the science, the was all bullshit. All right, so it's brown. So what should I use? Kind of wish I would have brought my yellow one with me. All right, I guess I'll go for a blue filter. I'm gonna put a blue filter on this camera. Let's see. I'll try that. Yep. Okay. And then because I can't walk in the back in the bushes, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get right down like this. I'm gonna come in here, and I already see it. I already see it. What I'm doing is I'm gonna stick my camera in between these two things and go right down between them, so my eyes can't go with my camera, but that's okay. I can see it from here. So I'm gonna go in here. It says digital collection of electromagnetic nanocarbon from the area we call this chunk of fucking steel. Lots of human influence in the steel, making the steel. You cannot take the true creator's work out of anything that we do. You cannot. Even when you talk about the shininess on a car, look at this. It's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. I see it all. I see it all. Feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast over and over from the veil to the ground. It is this way. Unreal. Unreal that no one fucking looks. No one sees shit. I'm just trying to stay in these rusty areas because that's the least human influence I can get off of this thing. If I go on to where it's painted, then it just keeps adding human influence. At least here with the rust, we know that we're getting the most of the true creator's work that we can with the least amount of human influence. But even things with human influence are still going to show the true creator's work because we're all in this system together. Um, Trying to figure out on this stupid thing here. So that was it. That's all I had to do. Digital collection of electromagnetic nanocarbon from the area we call this chunk of steel from this bullshit story. Not that people didn't really die. That's not the bullshit story part of it. I'm sure people did. But everything else, how many people, how it happened, what happened, everything else is a fucking lie. So this building down here, where am I pointing? So isn't this the other one, this darker building, or is it this one here? One of these smaller buildings also went down. I think maybe it was this one. There's no markings on the building, and I'm not from New York, so I'm not gonna know. But it does match these two. It matches these two buildings better. This one does. But then again, this one over here, this one they got dark. There's so much glare. I don't know if that's fucking purposeful too or what. Let me come back out. Yeah, I'm out. Oh, there I am. Now I can see in the screen here. All right, so this building here, the dark one, I don't even think that's close enough, anyways. I think it was this one. So this one here never gets talked about. No one ever talks about it coming down to the ground with these other fucking two, right? Um, Everyone just writes it off as conspiracy theory shit. Oh, and then they got Flight 93 too in there. Oh boy, oh boy, what a fucking total fuck show this was. Yeah, all of it, all this shit that happened on that day brought us the Patriot Act, brought us more slavery, more indifference, more division among the people. But no, none of that gets talked about. So one more time in here, digital collection of electromagnetic nanocarbon from the area we call the hunk of steel from the towers. Yeah, it's real good. I'll go sideways this time going through. Trying to stay on the rust. Yep. Faces only. There's so much evidence for us. If everyone would just go look and stop believing in all that bullshit stories about well, pretty much all the bullshit stories. Just stop it. Just stop it. We liars, man. We all lying motherfuckers. Every one of us, and we lie about absolutely everything. It's the way that we get through this bullshit story is to continue the bullshit stories, and we should not. We should not. We should all just go look at things for what they are and look at reality for what it is rather than this shit. It's fucking ridiculous, man. And then we're selling our kids into the same shit. You know, it's fucking ridiculous. Trails are staying about the same. Trails are still about 20 for every 20 minutes. I'll get back to the cloud level in a few minutes. And the funny thing is even with the camera in my hand pointed at the ground, pointed at the trees, pointed at the clouds, does not matter. They're all looking at me like I'm fucking nuts. So there was a dude in a white truck that was staring me down when I was at the at that piece of steel. So so I came out in front of him to get him on my ass so I can get his plate number. I don't think he's following me. I just think I got in front of him. So I'm gonna find out now. What I'll do is I'll pull in here and then he'll go past me and then I'll see if he turns around up ahead or not. As you can see, trailing the shit out of us still. Things. Lady's a fast driver. So I'm gonna do is pull half from the tree and half from the clouds back there. Digital collection of electromagnetic nanocarbon from the tree and the cloud level. Only because there's only a couple more minutes left on here and I'm going to get a coffee, so the video will shut off before I get back anyway.